I'm Jasmine Hawkins. I play Shelby Wilson in the show Baltimore.
I'm Alyssa Fry. I play Fiona in Baltimore.
The show Baltimore is about my character Shelby Wilson trying to rebuild her resume after something bad had happened to her.
An incident happens that is instigated by my character, Fiona, that is very racially charged. And the play is essentially about how all of these students from different backgrounds come together and really discuss what that incident meant to them and at least try to listen to one another.
There have been tons of beautiful discussions we have had as a cast to kind of talk about the issues that are addressed in the show. We all, as most of us are POC, and me, I'm BIPOC, and we have all found ways to express ourselves in the conversations that we've had, and we've told stories, we've shared news and just things that have happened to us. So we've had serious conversations about what has happened.
A lot of the preparation for this play was just talking about our own experiences being at Emerson College, which was very interesting and very helpful to prepare for the role.
The show gives POC actors a chance to really share something that we've had on our hearts for a long time, especially since the show takes place at a PWI and this is a PWI. We get to kind of share our stories without having to share our stories.
The table work that's been done on this production is so different than any other theatrical thing I've ever been in my life, and for most of us in the room actually, because the table work was mostly about talking about our own experiences being at a predominantly white institution and how that's affected us and how we see a lot of things happen here and how that really plays into the story of Baltimore and what happens in the play. So a lot of the table work that was done was conversations. And what's interesting is our director is still, really values those conversations no matter how late in the process they come up, because this show is so current and right in front of you in your own life that every rehearsal nearly we're talking about something that's affected someone in the cast that happens at Emerson Colloge, that happens in the outside world, and it's been very interesting because the work and the dramaturgy has been pretty much laid out right in front of all of us.
The way I saw something one day would change the next day, and the conversations we will have around a certain scene would also shape how I approach Shelby. A lot of incidents have been happening, not just in the Emerson community, but at other schools in the area. So I've been able to kind of hear what happened to them and kind of shape how I approach the show. And it's just been a blessing working on this show.
Trying to inhabit somebody like Fiona has been very challenging for me, just due to the fact that I find myself very much opposite from her, as in the way we perceive situations that would happen like this. It's the quality of being able to be a listener and be apologetic and ignorance. And that's something that I've found very challenging. And the dramaturgy for my work and preparation for this role is right in front of me.
Even in terms of being a Black woman and being a junior in college, this has been a really great experience that I kind of have had to, every day we're in rehearsal, I make sure to kind of just take it in and really understand that I'm here, that in a way a part of my story is being told. It feels so good to know that this show will have an impact, and I'm very proud to be a part of that. Shelby, she's a representation for not all Black women, but just one side of what being Black at a PWI is like. You often see the side of just how there are a lot of students who are really present in who they are and their Blackness, where Shelby is trying to figure that out.
This experience has been very different for all of us because this piece is very much non-fictional, and compared to most of the theater work that all of us are used to, which is fictional or fantastical, this is a play that's more about conversations.
We live in a very heightened time, from everything that has happened with Black Lives Matter to, of course, the George Floyd incident that we all saw what happened. It forces us to have these deep conversations that we choose to either ignore because they're uncomfortable or to kind of dance around the point. Like, we don't really engage those hard questions. And this show, through all of our characters' arcs, kind of explores that, and it forces us to engage, especially with my character, even if we don't know how to have those conversations, how to try. And I think that that's a really good thing, is just to try.
I think this show may be the most challenging show I've ever been a part of, one of the most challenging roles I've ever done in my life. It's very much real, and its impact and its importance of the story being told is just so valuable.
And I'm always coming out of rehearsal feeling really good about the work that I'm doing, and I'm really excited for everybody else to see all the hard work that we've put into this show. And I hope they're ready to see something that's gonna knock their socks off, because we coming hard for you, baby, and it's gonna be amazing. So please come to the show.
October 28th through the 31st.
In the Semel Theater. Please engage, enjoy, and attend.